heartbeat, heartbeat, right, 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 down, down, up, right, high, right, hey, shine, shine. Breathing in on the floor, moving close, wanting more.
Busana,
Asante.
it's good to see you. How was your day, Lakini Jules?
My day has been great. Kimbizana site kidogo,
Yeah.
and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Nice. You know, it's always good to be busy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps. It feels like it helps you stay sane.
Yeah.
You know, in a country or in a continent, or should I say even in a world that's so full of pressure,
Yeah.
targets,
Yeah.
especially for millennials.
Yeah.
Now, for folks who do not know you, you're an award-winning interior designer. Very good stuff.
Thank you.
What inspires you to do what you do?
What inspires me to do what I do? I just say, for a very long time, I have been passionate about interior design. And it mostly started from my previous job, where I used to work for an e-commerce furniture company. And we evolved into doing on-site projects. So being in charge of the on-site projects, I slowly got to see this is exactly the direction I want to take with my career. And at the same time is when one of my close friends' mom was building in Kitengela, and she was seriously looking for an interior designer.
Yeah.
She was calling so many of them. Now others not picking her calls. When namwambia her project is too small.
Oh my God.
Yes. So at that time, and then she reached out to me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I can definitely do it for you.
Yeah.
And it's after I did that project that I knew for sure that's the interior design is for me.
So this path found you.
Yeah.
You didn't find it. Who for me, I want to bring it down to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not designing and creating, what are you doing? Who is Jules, other than the interior designer?
Well, when Jules is not designing, Jules is
Yeah.
just a simple girl out here trying to look for various ways and learn
Yeah.
various ways to propel in design.
Yeah.
Let me just say everything about my life is just about design.
So you're a creative.
Yeah,
Nice.
I guess we could say so.
Yeah. So I've also seen that you describe your style as creating cozy nests.
Yeah.
What does that phrase mean?
So creating coziness is personal for me because it's a blend of getting into a client space, listening to what the client wants, the emotions of the client, the ideas of the client, and then now fusing that with my perspective in interior design.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm able to craft a well enough space that
Yeah.
I now call a cozy nest. So for me, it's
Yeah.
basically ideas of a client and blending them with my interior perspective.
Right.
And then now using that to craft something beautiful for them.
I like how you put it. So how do you balance functionality and what you just described, your own creativity and of course the client's needs? So how do you bring the two? How does it play out and make it very functional and of course something that people can actually admire and buy?
So you know how in a home there are essential stuff that have to be there, and there's a way you can, as a designer, design and incorporate those essential things in a home and make them both aesthetic and functional.
There you go.
So for me, I try as much as possible to, if I go to a client and the client wants, let us find a way to hide this hideous thing in my house that I don't like, we'll probably create a built-in and we'll make it look very beautiful. Even when someone walks in, they'll be like, they wouldn't know what was behind it.
Yeah.
So that's all about functionality and aesthetics for me and design for me.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So walk us through the process. Say I'm a client and I'm like, oh my God, this girl over here, I think she can do the work.
Yeah.
So from conception to completion, how does it look like? How do you engage with me to a point where now, we're doing the work?
So initially, I can say most of our clients reach out to us via social media and referrals. So once the client reaches out, we plan for a site visit. When we do the site visit, the whole essence of the site visit is to be able to align on the scope of work and align on the ideas and the designs that they would like. And then using that, I'm now able to do for them a drawing of for them to visualize how their spaces will look like.
Yeah.
So once we do the drawing, they visualize how the space will look. We then move forward to now curating a budget breakdown. That's the quotation for them. We agree with them, and then now we proceed to start the project. So
Right.
starting the project is mostly, we first commence with procuring the materials, and then now we proceed to site to now do the work.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't end there, because even for me, I have to walk the whole journey with the client until the moment where I have to hand over the project, the deliverable, to them.
How would you describe your philosophy in relation to because you're well traveled, in relation to Kenyan spaces? Yeah. What's your design like? No. Just let me just say philosophy. How would you describe it in simple terms?
What's our design philosophy
Yeah.
in the global scale,
No, in the Kenyan scale.
in the Kenyan scale?
What do you bring different to the table?
First of all, I think, Kev, if I can say, Kenyans, we really suffer from a disease called trends. Yani,
For real.
we suffer from a disease called trends. Somebody will literally see something somewhere and want it copied and pasted in the same color
I know,
and
man.
manner.
Yeah.
And for us as Cosinest Interiors, we want to push clients away from that.
Right.
Yeah, we want our design philosophy to feel, like a client relates to the space.
Yeah.
We want the client to be able to design their own space without being a copy, mimicking another design somewhere else. So our philosophy is basically designing items designs that are, that tell the story of the client.
Let me ask you something. As an individual, if you were in a client's shoes, and you're thinking, I want to stand out, because you see, let me tell you, by the way, from where I come from, I come from the west side, the lake side, and I've seen certain spaces where guys really try to be different. I've gone to certain homes, I'm like, okay, fine. I get what you were doing. You're trying to be authentic, different. But sometimes I'm just like, this is just too creative. It's borderline ugly. You understand? Yeah, so is that the problem of the designer? Ama, it's a case of, the owner of the home is just trying too much. So what's the issue over here? Is it maybe the designer was not good enough? There was a communication breakdown. There wasn't an understanding between the interior designer and the owner of the home. What do you think plays out in a situation like that, where somebody's just trying too much and it's now looking very bad?
Very bad. It works two ways. It could be the client basically wants a mix of so many design styles, and then when put together they just clash. Or it could be also the designer is trying as much as possible to meet the wants and desires and preferences of the client, and when they come out, they don't come out well executed.
Yeah.
So it could be either way. But for us, Cosinest, tutakusikiza, and that is the whole essence of the site visit. We will listen to you as a client. We will now use your ideas and designs and come in and bring our ideas and try and marry them together to create for you a well-crafted space.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's back to this story for award winning. So how does this industry actually function? What's the criteria for picking folks? I'm nominating guys to win awards. What do they look out for some of the, for you to actually be considered to be the best interior designer in the country?
The public.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure throughout the awards that I got to experience, they mostly were as a result of the public.
Right.
Yeah, so the public nominates you.
Yeah. Oh, what? So you're really known out there?
The public nominates you and the public votes for you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you've been in business for how long, by the way?
I started the Cozy Nest Interiors in 2023 March.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you. Obviously, this is an art,
Okay.
and there's also a business side to it, right? So how do you navigate that balance? You know, so instead of maybe some people are extremist, you are just focusing on profits, but at the same time, you're thinking, I really wanna, leave a legacy. I want to create amazing things. So maybe you're not caught up in trends. You're not caught up in just making profit. How do you maintain the balance?
Being a principal designer, that means I have to be in charge of all the designs before they're executed.
Right.
So that's the art aspect of it. I am in charge of all the designs before they're executed.
Yeah.
In terms of the business, you have to overlook the entire operations alongside being able to balance the art.
Yeah.
So overlook the entire operations and also walk the journey hand in hand with the client.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, the client engaged you. The client reached out to you. So you have to also involve them in every step of the process.
Is it easy to be a self-taught interior designer, or do you have to go to like a school?
Both.
Yeah.
both. You can go to school, but in the era, in this century that we're living in, I can say for sure it's easy to self-teach yourself.
Yeah.
Because there are so many ways to learn things. If you have the desire to learn, that is.
Right, yeah.
There are so many ways to learn, and equally, even as you go about doing your projects, you're
Yeah.
able to learn more and more things on site that you can't ideally learn from a school.
Yeah, I can imagine. And what about in Africa? As you traverse the continent and in the world, which countries would you highly rate as having really awesome interior designers, designs?
Well,
African context here.
African context.
Yeah.
I'd say South Africa.
I can
South
imagine.
Africa has really nice designs, as well as Nigeria as well. Yeah, so I'd say South Africa, Nigeria.
I thought you were going to say like Egypt or something.
From what I've observed.
Okay, from what you've observed.
yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. What trends excite you right now when it comes to interior design, globally maybe and locally?
I'd say the different wall design techniques that people can employ these days in your projects, as well as the different accessories that you're able to employ in your cabinetry projects. That is your kitchens, your wardrobes, your master walk-ins, all those accessories that you're able to now currently use. I tend to think day by day that they're evolving and they're becoming more and more embraced.
Yeah. Let me ask you. So, do you think? The few public spaces that have been, like, let's say, restaurants, hotels, libraries, whatever. I've seen people have an African touch to their designs and stuff. Is it like a new thing? Has it always been there? I don't know. Maybe you can just educate me. Yeah. And is it expensive to have those? Yeah.
Well, it has been there.
Yeah.
It's just that now it's being embraced even more, simply because we have a lot of. Let me tell you, Kev, we have a lot of local craftsmanship that is impeccable. We have a lot of local fundis who are out here designing things that you can't get on a global scale.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so it's a trend that has been there, but now is when it's being embraced, because there are also more and more people in the industry who are coming in, who are making in very, very nice bespoke pieces, which are now much more receptive to use in our projects when designing.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, but I know people usually say, the problem with these African ones, they're kind of expensive, because it's like they're just targeting the people who make these things, just target Wazungus. Is that true? Is that a...
No, it's not true, because let me tell you, the amount of work and the amount of the thought process of creating those items.
Yeah.
People just don't know it, but it takes a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it takes a lot to be able to design something that is very unique and something even those Wazungus can even relate to. And it takes a lot. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're expensive, but I'd say people basically pay for the work that has been put into those items.
Yeah, it's just purely the craft.
It's the craft.
Okay.
The
that's
talent,
interesting.
the craft, and
Yeah.
basically all the work that has been put in there.
Yeah. What as an individual, what's your design principle that you're gonna always live by?
No walls should be left bare. See, even the studio,
You
no
think our walls are bare?
no walls are bare. Yeah, there's so much color.
You think we should do something?
No,
It's fine. The color is fine.
It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Simple things like even just painting your walls can
Yeah.
change. See how landlords, typically all rentals are cream.
Yeah.
Just repainting the entire house just
Yeah.
gives it a whole new look.
It's true.
Yeah. So for me, no walls should be left bare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for folks who have like a very, very minuscule budget, what's the simple thing that they can put on their walls that's going to make them really what can make their spaces stand out and look appealing?
They can put wallpaper, they can put murals, or they can paint it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the mirrors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to ask you sort of like a weird question, but it's okay. How has this space changed you as a person and how you perceive, life in general, working in the interior design space? Yeah. How has it evolved you as a person?
Number one, it has made me very, very keen and attentive to detail.
Oh, interesting.
Because there is no client who's going to hire you as an interior designer or bring you in on their projects if you're not if you're not able to see something that they're not able to see. If you're not able to tell a mistake before they do, you have no business being their designer.
Right.
So for me, it has made me very keen to detail. Even the slightest thing, like a small crack somewhere, I can see it from from a distance away. So
Can you imagine?
it has made me very keen to detail. It has
Yeah.
also taught me to be a good leader, because managing a team also takes a certain level of leadership, a certain level of being able to handle people and at the same time handle people and still be able to have the design in mind, be the designer in mind. So for me, it has taught me to be a better leader and be very keen to detail.
Let me ask you, if somebody's listening to you right now and maybe they want to partner with you or work with you, what are you looking out for in them? As an artist or a designer, what do you look out for in people that maybe in future you could employ them or partner with them?
So my mantra has always been, the client comes first. We always have to listen to the client. And for me, to be able to work with someone, it has to be someone who speaks the same language as me in terms of listening to our clients. Our clients always have to come first in terms of we have to always listen to what the client wants.
It's true.
And make
Yeah.
sure we now bring in our perspective
Yeah.
and deliver
Yeah.
according to what the client wants. Because at the end of the day, we are service providers. The clients are calling on to us to provide services to them. There's no point in them calling you to their projects and then leave them upset or unhappy with the outcome. So listening to the client is key. So if I partner with somebody, it has to be someone who listens and rather speaks the same language in terms of us listening to the client.
And the opposite of that is somebody who doesn't listen to the client. The people who are like, me, I trust my creative self, me, I have to be authentic. Taki, let them go to another person. You know the types of people, yeah?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
trust me. It's not a good look for a designer to be your kichwa ngumu.
Yeah.
No. It's not a good look, and I don't think even you, if you're a client,
Yeah.
you'd want to work with. You'd
That's
want
true.
somebody who listens to you and walks the journey with
Yeah,
you.
it's true.
You'd want somebody who ukimwambia client akikuja kwambia, if the client comes and tells you, I only have this amount of budget that I'm working with, and I'd like you to be able to curate for me something within this budget, or even if slightly above this budget, but try and make it work for me.
I understand.
the client doesn't want mtu atamwambia by the way budget yako ni low, missy, I can't work with it, you know.
Yeah.
So we just make sure you listen to your clients. I don't know, I really can't emphasize it any further. I really stand for that a lot.
I'm not surprised you actually won an award, because you have a very interesting principle. No, you have the right principle. Client first, the customer's always right. I like that. And if you could design one or any public space in this country, which one would you pick?
Our airport.
So you think we need to actually, make some changes?
Yeah, we could do it some changes.
Yeah,
we'd want an airport where foreigners are coming in, and by the time they leave, the only thing they're talking about is that our Kenyan airport.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
true.
I think the airport for sure.
Okay. What other?
Maybe our hospitals.
Okay.
Yeah, our hospitals in terms of just the finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Government offices.
What government offices has impressed you, and how with the way it was designed, especially interior? If you've been to a number of them, maybe you can tell us.
I haven't been to a number of them.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a number of them, so that might be a bit tricky to answer.
Yeah.
But for sure, for me, it would have to be the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like how State House looks like right now? Have you seen pictures of it? Like a bit of it, a bit of the interior. I know I have.
I have.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sour. Not to sound too political. Anyway, so what advice would you give to young creatives who are also trying to find their own design voice, get into the space?
First of all, start. Just start, number one. Two, allow your creative juices to flow. Every designer is different, and we don't all design the same way. So just allow yourself to design the way you see fit. And also consistency. I think this industry is evolving, and there's no way your end client will reach you if you're not consistent.
Yeah.
So start.
Yeah.
Allow your creative juices to flow,
Yeah.
and be consistent.
That's interesting. How do you usually want your people who admire your work, when they see the type of work you've designed, how do you want them to feel?
I want them to feel like they worked with a designer who, number one, listened to them.
Yeah.
I want them to feel they worked with a designer who was able to utilize their ideas and basically what they wanted for their spaces, and brought in her design element to create that cozy nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I was going to ask you, where do you see this industry headed towards, say, in the next 5 years?
I can say for sure a lot of new designs and a lot of finishes are coming up, even just on the global scale. Some finishes have not yet even been embraced here in Kenya.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of finishes that are coming up, and I'd only wish that even as we design as Kenyan designers, that we are able to not only imitate those designs, the global designs, but just also try and use our authentic style, like how we are able to make our bespoke pieces and now make them now meet the global scale.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is it like, damn, that's okay. Final question. This whole thing of global scale. When we are trying to come off as competitive, with the big players in the industry globally, the way the country markets itself and positions itself, do you think we're in the right direction? Do you think we put ourselves out there legit?
We do. We do. Yeah.
Okay.
We have pretty much good eye for design with the designers we have in the industry, and even the way we design our coastal homes, like
Yeah.
the coastal designs. I don't think you can get that anywhere, say in the US.
Correct.
Yeah, so they'd like a designer in US would likely come and try and copy that style from us. So I think we are headed in the right direction, and we are already doing great. And with even more and more designs coming up, I think we are headed to a very good. The trajectory is great. Is looking great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, final question. I'm sure there's like a community of designers where you guys probably meet, and obviously where Kenyans can engage with you guys, probably clients. Do you usually care about reviews? And should folks who are getting into the industry also care about the reviews? Are you just focus on your work, focus on being excellent, and don't really care about what there's a thin line between feedback and reviews.
Yeah.
Would you advise younger guys, the new folks, to care about reviews so much, or just the craft? Because I know some people are gonna rate you and say, okay, I'll give your work a 5 out of 10. But you've put in the work, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you've really done the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both. You can't grow without client feedback and without reviews. First of all, reviews comes in both ways. Good reviews, bad reviews. There's somebody who just naturally hates you and will constantly keep reviewing
First
bad.
impression was just horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep constantly reviewing bad things about you, and they've never even worked with you. They don't even, they just hate you. So.
Oh my God.
Constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Is what you should focus on. Yeah. If you've worked with a client and this client gives you feedback and they're like, hey, Jules, I need you to maybe next time try do this.
Yeah.
Take that feedback.
Yeah,
Take that
take it
feedback
seriously,
and
yeah.
employ that feedback.
Right,
because
right.
at the end of the day, these are the clients who you're depending on for your businesses, and ideally for you to provide service.
And people talk, man. This country is not that big.
Yeah, what travel?
World travels,
Yeah,
yes. You're very
yeah.
right. Yeah, if somebody wants to share your story, maybe, partner with you, how can they reach out?
Through social media.
Yeah.
At the cozinest_interiors
Yeah.
on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Facebook at Jules Moitha.
Jules Muitha, she's an
Yeah.
award-winning interior designer. Man, a lot of knowledge, Annie, when it comes to this space. Guys, I hope you learned a thing or two. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me, Kevin.
Always, anytime.
Asking